Alright folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. I want to talk about this drone thing over New Jersey and New York that keeps coming up and nobody really has an answer to. And to be honest with you, it's kind of, well, it's not good. It's kind of freaky. And we don't really have an answer. So, and also this kind of parlays onto my last video talking about how things in Syria, of course, are not that good now, but also how we're being outdone via military by our adversaries, which is concerning to say the least for all of the different implications that could bring to us, from just a straight-on hot war to incidents like this where we don't know what's going on. So let's give you the backstory of these things. They are about the size of a car. So far in New Jersey, there's been about 3,000 reports, probably more by now. They're over New Jersey and Staten Island, New York. Okay, and if you know your geography, Staten Island almost looks more like it's a part of New Jersey than it is New York, but these are the areas where it is going on. They have been doing hearings on the Capitol Hill to talk about all this stuff. They have talked to DHS, they have talked to Border Patrol, they have talked to the FBI, and they really don't have an answer. And all of them make you refer to other agencies when you're trying to figure this stuff out. So, FBI basically said right now it doesn't seem like they pose a threat. Okay? I think random car-sized drones over some of the most populated and critical areas on our East Coast, regardless if they're just floating around, I'd say that's pretty sensitive right there. People have to remember too, was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, that you had the balloon fly over the country and eventually get shot down. Now, some of the senators or representatives were saying, why don't we just get our guys up there and take one of these things down? I don't think they have the ability right now, to be honest with you. I don't think they could take one of these things down if they wanted to. So, people, of course, are putting out that, oh, you know, we think it might be UFOs, whatever. I've never been a big UFO guy. I think everything can be explained pretty much. So, I think if anything, these are either domestic people that are floating these things around, but they're doing it in the name of a foreign adversary, say like Middle Eastern or Asian nationals, and I'll just leave it at that. Or it is an adversary doing it themselves and not using any proxies to float around and to see our vulnerabilities. There's really not any other explanation that would work. These things are too large for a bunch of college kids to be out there doing their thing. So, my question is, how are they going to make it so this stops? What are they going to do about it in trying to, counter this kind of technology? Are these things any kind of a danger to anyone? And is anybody going to get any kind of answers? I don't think they're going to be able to. I don't think they have the ability to. So more and more of this is coming out, and on a personal protection level, I was listening to, I forget who it was last night, and basically what they were saying is, it was Eric Prince. Eric Prince is the former Blackwater and academy. He does the private military groups and stuff like that. And basically what he was saying is that, you know, in these kind of situations, like when you look at what happened in Syria and other countries, everything is totally normal, and then all of a sudden groups start infiltrating and doing things that will take the situation and turn it sideways, and it's so quick that people really don't have the ability to counter it, and before they know it, they are in an entirely new situation in their world, their country, their whatever. And that's what happened in Syria. And if you think that that couldn't happen here in America, I think you're wrong. I don't think you understand just how advanced technology has become and how easy it is to take a large swath of geography like HTS did. And oh, by the way, if you caught the crisis report last night, they are starting to do some really nasty things to the locals. So, this drone thing is interesting. I was thinking about it yesterday and haven't really had any good explanations or good videos from anybody else in the community. And to be honest with you, it kind of was in the UFO territory for me. I just thought, whatever. But now I think it's crossed over into the military implications. And I think people need to be cognizant of the fact that some kind of a foreign adversary is driving these things and floating over our critical areas. And at some point, they could be weaponized, or at the very least, just give intel to what kind of vulnerabilities we have over there. When we were doing the live stream on the 5 Wise Men of Prepping the other night, we were talking about infrastructure and transformers and power stations, and someone in the chat was like, oh no, they're totally protected. Really? I don't think they are, because I drive by them all the time, and it's not like there's a person out there on guard. Now, you're talking about things that could take out low-level, small amounts of population stuff, but to sit there and think that our critical infrastructure is protected, clearly, if they're able to drive a Volkswagen-sized drone right off of our coast where people can video it, there's a problem. And we're not protected in the ways that you probably think. So, my recommendation for you and everyone, keep an eye on this story, but also another element of your preparedness is understanding just how quickly things can go sideways. And I'm not saying that some foreign adversary is going to come on in and take over the state of Florida, but things can go pretty quickly, and your world can be a different place within about 24 hours than to what it was looking like the day before. All right, friends. Thanks for coming to PrepperNow. Hit that like button, do the subscribe thing, darken out the bell, get the notifications, and check out the 5 Wise Men of Prepping and all the other videos, of course. And check out the Crisis Report, youtube.com/@CrisisReport, all one. And thanks to my members who are very generous and give me a couple bucks a month, 8 quarters, to keep the information going. And you can join us on X, Twitter, Truth, Minds, Gab, and of course for a few bucks you can get the good stuff on Subscribestar and Locals, which I was populating last night. All right, friends, God bless. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. PrepperNow out.